next piece by Beliavsky, a Romanian composer, is from 1897, and that's the first half. Now, in the second half, if I remember correctly, I'm beginning with a piece by Donald Harris, which is called Sonata 1957. After that, I played two impromptus by Franz Schubert that he started to compose in 1827 and finished in 1828. And then the last work on the program are the fantasy pieces, also by David del Tredici, and he composed these early when he was 22 years old. In 1959, 1960, has nothing to do with seven, I guess. But this numerical coincidence is certainly very interesting. And so I'd like to tell you a bit about each piece before we play, before I play. So to begin with, these fantasy pieces. Those are at the end of the program. But to begin with, the first piece is called the Ballade in Yellow. Now the Ballade in Yellow is a beautiful piece which was initially a song for baritone voice and piano accompaniment that del Tredici composed also in 1997. But when his mentor and colleague, Robert Helps, heard the piece for voice and piano, he decided that it would be a good piece of advice to tell the composer, David del Tredici, that this really should be a piano solo. So David did just that. He transcribed it for the piano solo, but keeping the vocal line in it. Now that doesn't mean I'll be singing, which is a very good thing. But you will hear the melody kind of coming out in bits and pieces throughout this piece. And the song itself is based on a poem by Federico Garcia Lorca, and I'd like to recite it for you in the English translation from the Spanish, because I think that will aid in kind of guiding you through the music if you've never heard this piece before. So again, it's called The Ballade in Yellow. Over a sky made of daisies I walk. I imagine today that I'm holy, that they placed the moon in my hands, that I set her back into space, and the Lord awarded me a rose and a halo. Over a sky made of daisies I walk. And now I move down this field, rescuing maidens from evil suitors, giving gold coins to all the young boys. Over a sky made of daisies I walk. And that's it. So it's a very brief little poem, but it has a clear refrain that you can hear. Over a sky made of daisies I walk. So as you listen to this roughly 5-minute composition, you'll be able to hear a refrain that keeps coming back, and the piece opens with it, and then it keeps reoccurring throughout. So here it is.